I know I was shocked, but no, I. So we went in, and I had a reading that was pretty decent. But my friend's reading was quite like way off. So I don't know if she tuned into something wrong or whatever, but it was definitely not. Because I've had readings before, and I've had really intricate, interesting readings, and I've had the ones that you pretty much alluded to. You will go on a trip, the very vague, those kinds of things. So I guess it's it is interesting to see something real, something that really can be that's not vague like that, or what they make fun of on TV.
Well, people would be surprised, actually, that when you see a show like Medium with Patricia Arquette portraying Alison Dubois, who is a real-life medium and who is married to a rocket scientist named Joe Dubois, and the types of information that come through on that show in the form of dreams and how she'll work a case, it seems a little bit fantastic to an audience, but it really is what it's like. Andrew was a special client to me for a number of reasons, but I was having dreams of him prior to him coming in, and I think it was a set of dreams which even led me to being able to be in contact with him. So, yeah, his experience is definitely one that's unique and really does speak to the process.
Which is absolutely fascinating. And so what? Okay, then Andrew. So you're wandering around life, right?
Yeah.
You're going and picking up nasal spray, and you're making sure you've got enough baking powder for the cookies that you've got to bake for the work function, or whatever. Okay, you're going through life. How do you decide you need to go see a psychic?
Well, pretty much I was at a point in my life. I've kind of established my career, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to be going with it. Actually, one of the big things was, I'm in the television industry, and I wasn't really sure if I should be sticking in the television industry or moving on to somewhere else. And just like a lot of my life just felt very up in the air. I didn't really have much direction. But, I mean, I thought about going to a psychic, but I know from the ones I've gone to before, like the tarot card readings and stuff like that, like you can only take them for a grain of salt. Like you can't totally go and believe every single thing they say. But because I mean, the ones I've gone to that, oh, you're going to be coming into money in the future. Well, yeah, I'm sure I probably am at some point in the next 20, 30 years. I may come into money.
Yeah, when you go to work, you're going to come into some money. I mean,
right. Every other week or so, when you get paid, you get some money.
Get some money. Yeah.
So I guess they could use that as a vagary. But yeah, everybody gets that kind of stuff. People find a quarter on the sidewalk. It just happens. People do take trips. Yeah. Although I guess there's this one lady near Chicago. Oh my gosh, I just read this. This was one of them in the half hour that I was on the internet. This one lady in Chicago, evidently she just stayed home all the time because she actually lived with her 2 or 3 dead, sisters, for 20 years or more. They had passed on, and this lady just, didn't do anything about it, and they just decayed right there, and they became skeletons.
Jesus Christ!
So she was living with these skeletons in her house, yeah. So evidently some people don't go on trips, but there are people who do, and most people do. Eventually, you get in the car and go somewhere, or you go to somewhere.
Yeah, the sinuses of a monitor, for God's sake, I have to sit there. And,
so you're still on that lady? Yeah, that lady. It's a really sick story, but
okay. Well, I don't know how it came up, but I don't want to dwell on it. But damn, that's pretty sick, dude. All right, go ahead.
So I wonder if she talked to them still.
That's
what I was thinking.
I wonder. She's 90 years old. They did take her to a care facility. But I don't know if it's a health care facility or a mental care facility. But
anyway, Andrew.
But it was, they took her to a facility anyway. But that is an example. So some people it may not apply to, but as a vagary, you could say you're going to go on a trip, right? But it would be very interesting to say, oh, you're going to go to, and then some little tiny city in Iowa that there's no way in the universe that anybody could have possibly known that you had family there or whatever, and that you were going to go there. Or, and for somebody to pick a detail, that's the really interesting stuff.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how Bro did it for me. There was a lot of, when he told me to take notes down for the entire reading, and there was bang-on stuff that there was absolutely no way. One of the big things had to do with my younger sister. She had a health condition, and she had actually just, my parents knew about it, but I didn't